So today we have this M3 Competition in. It's ceramic coated, so it's not too dirty, but just wanted to give it some Mile Deep love. First of all, we're starting off with Release, which is a concentrated citrus pre-wash. As the car's not that dirty, we're using it as a 1:5 dilution. So I've put 750ml of water in the bottle, and I'm topping it up with 150ml of Release. So now we're going to put the spray nozzle on, give it a shake, and then we're ready to spray onto the car. We'll spray it onto all the alloys, including the tyres. Then we're also going to spray it onto the paintwork as well, just so it starts breaking down and removing all the traffic film and any organic contamination like dried on bugs or any other insects that could be on the car. So next up we're going for the Snowfoam stage. So we're using the called Snow in Mile Deep. Gonna put 50ml into about 500ml of water in the Snowfoam bottle. Gonna give it a shake, and then we're going to spray it onto the car. This dilution is not a very thick foam, but it's extremely effective, especially going onto the Release citrus pre-wash that we've just sprayed onto the car. So we've applied the snow onto the car, and then we pressure rinse it off. You can see it just has no effect on the ceramic coating whatsoever, so it is wax and sealant safe. So the next stage is we're going to actually touch the car, we're going to shampoo it, and we're going to use Cleanse, which is Mile Deep's concentrated pH neutral shampoo, in half a bucket of water, and probably put in about 75-80ml of the Cleanse pH neutral shampoo in there, and then we're going to top it up with a bit more water just to agitate it and get the bubbles going. So I'm applying cleanse to the car with one of Mile Deep's microfiber wash mitts. It's very slick, so smooth on the paintwork, and it just effortlessly glides and gets the suds onto the paintwork to remove the dirt. Again, like with the Snowfoam, rinsing off this shampoo, you'll be able to see it just has no effect on the coating whatsoever, but it just leaves a really slick finish, and the beading's still there. You can see the protection. It's still there on the body, but on the paintwork, and it's not been harmed at all by using the Snowfoam or the shampoo. So while we've got the shampoo out, we will just give the alloys a quick once over using a small microfiber wash mitt, and just getting into all the nooks and crannies, and just getting all the and any remaining brake dust off there that wasn't removed from using release and the Snowfoam before. Now, two more products that Mile Deep offer are the purple, which is the iron fallout remover, and also Resolve, which is their tyre and glue remover. Because today's car was so clean anyway, there was no need to use either of those products. Next, we're going to move on to the Shield ceramic sealant. This is applied in the Snowfoam bottle, and we're going to use 1 part of product to 4 parts of water. So I've got 400 ml of water in there, and I'm going to put 100 ml of the Shield into the Snowfoam bottle, give it a shake, and then we'll apply it onto the car, just like we did before with the Snowfoam. After we rinsed it off, you can see the protection that it's left behind. And the car is protected anyway, but this has just further enhanced the protection that was already on there. just now looks absolutely fantastic with the gloss and the beading. Onto the interior, and in here we're using a vision glass cleaner on the touchscreen, the big touchscreen that we've got in the M3. I'm not going to spray the product directly onto the screen. I'm just going to do a couple of sprays onto the cloth, microfiber cloth. Give it a wipe on the screen, and then we're going to use a Mile Deep glass cloth just to buff off any residue, just to make sure it leaves an absolutely crystal clear finish and gets rid of all those fingerprints. Now we're going to use Elevate, which is their interior trim dressing. This is one of my favourite products. We're going to spray it directly onto the cloth. We're not going to spray it onto the surface because you get quite a bit of overspray. Just spray it onto the cloth and then just wipe the area that you want to dress. In this case, we are just spraying it just below the touchscreen and just on the carbon fibre effects little flap there on the centre console. And this it enhances the gloss of the carbon fibre trim and gets rid of any residue from anything else that's on there, any fingerprints that could be left around the interior, and it just leaves an absolutely fantastic finish. We'll just use a second cloth just to wipe any residue off there and make sure there's no mottled finish, and it just looks absolutely factory fresh. Again, we're using Elevate on this kick panel here, spraying it onto the cloth like we did before, and then just wiping it over the plastic trim, just across there and up near the bonnet release. And you can see it just leaves an absolutely fantastic factory fresh finish. And we're using the Vision glass cleaner again on the back door, on the inside of the glass, spraying it onto the cloth and a couple of sprays onto the glass. Just give it a quick wipe over, getting into all the corners, and then once we've done that, we're just going to grab the Mile Deep glass cloth again, just to finish it off, just to ensure there's no streaks left behind, and it's absolutely crystal clear. So this is the rubber trim from the front cup holders. A little bit grubby, so we've used Elevate again with a little scrub pad, just getting into the rubber there. Just give it a wipe over, and then we're going to grab a cloth just to dull it, get rid of any residue from Elevate, and then we're going to put it back in the car. And it's going to look absolutely fantastic. Now it's time to pay some attention to the big Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres. And we're going to use black, which is Mile Deep's tyre and trim dressing. About 3 or 4 little splodges onto the foam applicator. And what I like to do is I like to squeeze the applicator together just to ensure that the product gets uniformly covered onto the applicator. And then I'm going to put the applicator three different places onto the tyre just to spread it around. And then we're going to go all the way around the tyre with the applicator just to totally cover that rubber with the fantastic product, which is called black. So that's it. The car is all done. But I just think it's missing a little bit of flair. just... Flare. Mile Deep's ceramic quick detailer. What we do with this is spray and get a couple of cloths. The first cloth, fold it up into 4, and we're going to give a few sprays onto the cloth, a couple of sprays onto the panel, and then we're just going to give it a gentle wipe. Show the panel it's totally covered, and then once that we've done that, we'll get the second cloth, fold that into 4, which is a bit of a thicker cloth, bit of a higher GSM, and we're going to buff that to an absolutely fantastic shine. So this area here is probably my most favourite part of the car, this rear quarter with its flared rear arches. I'm going to give it some flare. Again, a couple of sprays onto the cloth and onto the panel. Wipe it over with the yellow cloth. And then we're going to get the second cloth, the grey one, which is a bit of a thicker cloth. And we're going to buff it to an absolutely fantastic shine. It just elevates the car to the next level. It just, as well as adding the protection on the ceramic that's already on there, the glass is just absolutely insane. It just finishes the car off perfectly. And one final thing before we hand the car back to the customer. It's a Mile Deep air freshener. Just to finish it off. So here are all the products we've used today, all exclusive to Mile Deep. It's just a fantastic product range. Well done to Jodie and the team for knocking it out of the park. And just look at this glass.